Hey everyone, it's Cailin here. Thanks so much for joining me here again today. This is day 19 of the 30-day Pilates journey called Finding Your Center. So today we are going to warm things up a little bit. So we are not going to do some heavy duty cardio, but we're going to add in just some quicker movements and just get that heart rate going, get the blood flowing. We're going to start in standing, doing some work here, and then we're going to come down to the mat and do some more of our traditional Pilates stuff there. So we're gonna go ahead and get started, and we're gonna start with just some squats, right? So before we start with the squats, I want you to find your parallel stance here with your feet right under your hips. And right, you're growing tall here through your spine, pulling up through your abdominals, growing tall through the crown of the head. And let's just do a couple shoulder rolls up and back. Good, one more, bring it up and let it come back. All right, now we're gonna start right into those squats. So you can adjust your range here and not go so far down if that feels better for you. So knees tracking in the direction of the toes. We're gonna sink back into the heels, engaging into the glutes as we send the arms forward, and then we lift back up. So we lower and lift. Good, lower and lift. So maybe you start with some smaller knee bends here just to start to warm up those legs. Good, lower and lift. It also depends on what time of the day you're starting, right? If you're doing this first thing in the morning, you just woke up, the body hasn't quite got moving yet, you're probably gonna wanna start a little bit smaller, but maybe you're doing this middle of the day or later in your day and you've already been moving a little bit, you might be able to go a little bit deeper. Let's do 5. 4, good, 3, and 2, last one. All right, now we're gonna go into a wider stance, still with the toes facing forward, so just a wider parallel squat. Now we're gonna squat down, just like we did, still sinking into the heels. Now you're gonna come up, transfer your weight to your left leg, and then bring the other leg back for a curtsy squat. Good, come back into center. And then bring your other leg back for your curtsy squat. Good. And we're just gonna alternate here between these, starting to warm up the glutes here even more. Good. Squat, lift, squat, and up. Good. Squat, lift, squat, and up. So as long as your alignment is right on where it's supposed to be, you can start to pick up the pace a little bit. Good, squat and back, squat and back. Remember to keep that core strong, right? We're still in that same journey of finding that center. So if we let go of our core, we're gonna feel this in the lower back. Good, last set and back. One more and back. Good, go ahead and shake it out. Just a little bit here with the legs. Now, we give you 2 options. Go ahead and stay wide here with the legs, even wider than you were. You're just gonna start to sink down into one hip and then the other. Good, lift. Now, if you wanna pick it up a little bit, you're gonna start to do this little skater here, right? So, where we kind of jump a little bit side to side. Good, and back. Or just stay with that solid stance with both feet on the ground. Good, just getting, again, the blood flowing, still finding that core. Last 2, 2, 1, and 1. Good. Go ahead, give me a boxer stance here. Just shaking it out just a little bit more. All right, go ahead and plant those feet again. We're gonna do a squat to a lunge. Again, toes, knees forward. We're gonna squat. Good, bring your left leg back. Lunge it back, tap the knee down. Good, squat. Bring the other leg back. Again, weight into the heels in both of these. So make sure you're bending that knee forward when you come into that lunge. Feeling the glute engage. Good. Whoop, that one was more of a curtsy squat. I'm thinking more of a lunge. Good, straight back. Good, squat. And back, let's do 2 more sets. Good, and back. Last one, bring it back. Good, coming all the way up. Give me that boxer stance again. Shaking it out, starting to really feel those legs here. Good. All right, so now we're gonna hold our squat and do a little rotation. So go ahead and sink down into that squat. I'm gonna stay facing the side so you can see my form here, right? I'm not dumping into my back. Core is pulling in, glutes are strong. Now, take your arms nice and long by your sides. We're gonna rotate as we send the right arm forward, left arm back. We're gonna look kind of over that left shoulder, come through center over to the other side. Good, through center and switch. And switch. Good. You got it. Try to keep the head in line with the spine, so as you look over that shoulder, try not to crank your neck back here. Good. And let's do 2, 2, 1, and 1. Good. Go ahead and bring it all the way back. All right, let's do a little jump roping here. I can't believe we have those imaginary jump ropes in our hands. Good, just a tiny little hop. Good. Get everything moving, everything going. Maybe we do a little bit side to side. Good. Oh, feels good. It's cold where I am today. It's nice to get that heart rate up, get warm. Good. And then go ahead and stop. Awesome. All right. All right, start to turn your toes out now. And you're gonna have your knees tracking in the same direction of your toes for some wide squats here. So we're gonna sink down again into the heels. External rotators are keeping those hips and knees open and wide. Good, bring it up. Good, lower and lift. Lower, lift. Again, maybe you don't come down too far, that's okay. Good, just warming things up here. Now start to bring it a little faster. Good, lower, lift, lift. Nice work. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, bring it all the way up. All right, staying strong in our center here. I want you to turn to your left. This left foot is gonna come forward towards the end of your mat. The right leg is gonna turn in, and you start to bend into this right knee. Eventually your hands are gonna come to the floor. I want you to walk this left foot out, so it's now turned out on the side of your mat, and keep your core pulling in strong, but try to open up that left hip a little bit more. Trying to sink a little bit deeper, but without just dropping down and arching the back. So again, staying strong in that center. You're also feeling that opening in that right hip flexor here. That's it, good. Last breath. Good, so now come back up into that kind of lunge position. Go ahead and bring yourself up, turn yourself around. And we're gonna come back to those squats again. So those wide squats turned out, hands on the hips here. Go ahead and start to come down and up. Good, lower, lift. And lift. Right, so it's not necessarily how fast you go. Yeah, we're trying to get the heart rate up a little bit, but it's all about staying engaged through here, right? All in our center, right? Make sure you have that before you pick up your pace. Let's do 5, 4, last 3, 2, and 1. Good, coming up. Go ahead and turn to face the other side. We're gonna do that same thing. So lifting off that back heel, go ahead and start to bend in to your fingers are on the floor. start to walk that other foot out to the side so it's in a turned out position. And you can bring your hands to the floor, otherwise stay in your fingers. And maybe you come down to your knee if this is just a little bit too much. So you can always come down onto that back knee. Good, and again, trying to open up that other hip. For me, it's that right side, still staying strong here in my core. Shoulders are pulling down. Good, last one. Good, now I want you to come back into that lunge type position, both hands on the mat. Now, you're gonna step this right foot back into plank. So we're opening those hips for a reason, because we're gonna walk this into a squat and then come back into plank. So I'm gonna walk you through this, right? So we're in our plank position, you're holding strong here, lengthening through that back body as you pull the belly up. Now, take this left foot, we're gonna lift it, bend the knee, bring it next to the left hand. Good, take the right foot, lift it next to the right hand, and now you're lifting your hands, coming into this really deep squat here. Now bring your hands down, send your right foot back, send your left foot back, now you're back in plank. Good, now we're gonna do opposite side. Right leg lifts, we do right leg in and up, left leg in, drop the hips, lift the chest. Good, bring the hands down, bring left leg, right leg back. Good, now we're gonna do left foot, right foot, squat. Good, and then it's right foot, left foot. Good, now right foot, left foot, squat, and left foot, right foot. So you get it, right? We're alternating feet here. You guys keep going. Getting deep into those hips. Really warming up. Good, I want you to do 2 more sets. Last set. You got it. Good. All right, hold here. Now, we're gonna do slow mountain climbers. So, beautiful plank. We pull this right leg in towards the chest, don't round the spine. Place the foot down, switch to the other side. Good. Now if you want to, you can move these faster into those quick mountain climbers. I'm gonna keep slow for now. For the last 10 seconds, I'm gonna pick it up. Good. All right, we're gonna pick it up if you can. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, keep your core lifted. 3, 2, 1. Good, lower the knees all the way down. Good, sit back on your heels for just a second. Go ahead and roll those wrists around. I think I might have missed number 4 there. I've only done 9 seconds of that. That's okay. All right, hands forward. Come onto your knees. We're gonna do some push-ups. And then we're gonna come down to the floor fully. All right, shoulders right over the wrists. Good, lengthening through that back body. Keeping the core strong, bend those elbows, grazing your sides. Exhale, press it up. Good, bend and extend. Bend and extend. Nice work. You only have 3 more. 3, 2, last one. Good, widen those knees. Keep the feet together. Sink the hips back into that child's pose. Maybe you wiggle the hips here, side to side. Good, deep breath into the back body. Good, exhale, let it go. Awesome, and then go ahead, sit onto your heels, stack your spine all the way up. All right, we're gonna go ahead and lay down on our back now, so you can flip those legs right around and lay yourself down. So we're gonna move into our ab curls and then right into our hundreds, keeping that heart rate up. So we're gonna draw those legs into our tabletop position. Good, make sure you're in that neutral spine, right? Your whole powerhouse is engaged. Arms come up to the sky. Keep the legs in tabletop. On your exhale, lift up into your ab curl. Good, lower back down. Exhale, lift. Lower. Good, lift. Lower. Good, pulling belly to spine as you lift, engaging through that transverse abdominis. Good, now start reaching the legs out as you lift. Good, bring it in. Maybe you only reach one leg long. And alternating here, those single legs. Let's do 2. That's it. Last one, lift and hold, moving into hundreds. We inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Halfway there. Keep those arms nice and long. Good. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure you're not arching that low back off the mat. Good. One more set. Good. Bend your knees. Lower it down. Good. Go ahead and rock your hips side to side. I don't know about you guys, but I am definitely warm. So it works, right? That was the goal. Get that heart rate up, get it going, and let's keep it moving. So legs back in tabletop, hands behind the head. And we're gonna move into our crisscross. So we're gonna take an exhale, lift up. Good, inhale or exhale, twist to your left, right leg reaches long, and then switch. Switch. So we're gonna move this a little bit faster, staying steady in the pelvis. Remember to keep the elbows wide, armpit towards knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Pull it all the way back in. All right, we're gonna do our full roll-ups. If full roll-ups do not work for you, keep the knees bent and just roll up fully that way. Grab your hands behind your legs if you need to. Otherwise, legs and arms reaching in opposite directions. Taking your inhale here. Good, exhale, starting to engage into your center as you peel the spine up, round over the legs. Good, roll it down. Shoulders down, everything's staying connected. Inhale, arms back. Exhale, peel up. Round over, reverse, and bring it down. Good, inhale, exhale. So we're moving a little bit faster here with these roll-ups. Obviously, you move only to the pace where you can keep that alignment here. Good, bring it down. We've got one more. Wherever you're at, finish your one, and then meet us back down onto the mat. All right, legs are gonna come back into that tabletop position. And we are gonna roll up into our teaser. So go ahead and bring those arms back behind you. Take an inhale. Exhale, start to roll up, peel up. Lift through the spine, arms and legs reaching long, chest is wide, and then we lower it back down. Good. And inhale, once you get down, exhale, let's do that again. Lift up. Good, obviously again, keep your feet down on the mat if you need to. Good, exhale, and lift. Good job. And then we lower it down. We've got one more just like that. Exhale. Good. Reach. And then we lower, lower, lower. Bring it all the way in. All right, go ahead and rock yourself up to seated now. We're gonna flip right over onto our forearms. Okay. All right. Now, onto the forearms. We're going to come into a full forearm plank, and we're gonna do an alternating leg out to the side. Moving at a little bit of a faster pace, all right? So Let's step into that plank first on the forearms. Good. Lower back lengthening, belly pulling in and up, pressing the upper body away from the floor. Now we're gonna tap right toe out as we bring the leg out to the side, back to center, switch to the other leg. So we're trying to do this without shifting the rest of the body. And again, moving at a pace that's quicker for you while still keeping that alignment. Good. Let's do 2, 2, 1, 1. Good. Come onto your knees and then transfer your weight to your left forearm as you start to rotate to your, onto your left side, stacking knees and forearm, okay? And hips stacked, one on top of the other. Keeping this nice long line, we're gonna lower and lift. So we're doing hip dips here. Good. Lift, lower. Good. So you're feeling these obliques here, lifting you up, keeping you strong, working underneath that left arm as well. Good. Lift. Let's do 6, 5, 4, 3. You got this. 2 and 1. Good. Go ahead and rotate back onto both forearms, setting back up for that full forearm plank. We're gonna do those alternating toe taps here again. All right, when you're ready, tap it out. Good. Let's do 3, 2, last one. Good, drop the knees down, rotate to that right forearm, coming onto the knees, shoulder right over that elbow, stacking hips here. Good, when you're ready, we do those hip dips, tapping down, lift up, lower, lift, lift. Good, feeling that right side now. Keep that right shoulder pulling down the back. Let's do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Coming back to the forearms. Go ahead and come back into your full plank. This time we're just going to hold it. Forearm plank, I mean. So on the forearms. Good. Just holding here. Lengthening through that lower back. Lifting belly in and up. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Lower the body all the way to the floor. All right. We're gonna come all the way down onto the belly. And we're gonna keep our elbows bent. Hands are gonna be a little bit wider than mat distance apart. Now, we're gonna come up into some Supermans, but we're gonna do, I guess I shouldn't call them Superman, because we're gonna keep our elbows tight by our sides. But when you're ready, start to lengthen that lower back. You're gonna lift upper and lower body, including the hands off the floor, but keeping the shoulders and the elbows pulling down. Good, then lower back down to tap, lift back up, lower, lift. That's it. Making sure to stay engaged in front and back body here. Also making sure not to crank your neck. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, lift and hold. Reach the arms forward, pull them back down. Reach them forward, pull, squeeze it back. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2. You got this. Last one. Good. Bring it all the way down. Bring your hands back under the shoulders. Go ahead and prop yourself up into all fours. And I want you to move through some cat and cow. Let's start in cat first as you lift the belly. Good. Drop the head. Maybe wiggle the hips a little here, side to side. Good. And then keep the core engaged, but come into cow. So making sure you're not dumping too much into that lower back. Good, and then exhale, round again. Good, inhale. Shoulders drop down, heart lifts. Good, let's do 3. Last 2. Good, last one. Awesome. Go ahead and keep the knees and feet together as you sink the hips back. Just bring the arms either forward or down by your sides with your forehead on the mat for a child's pose here. Or take that wide knee version if that's better for you. Good. And then go ahead and stack the spine all the way up. Woo, I know I'm sweating. I don't know if you guys can see it. Yep, definitely sweating here. Hopefully that got your heart rate up as well. It's fun to change it up a little bit, right? You actually have to really use that core, use that center even more, more deeper engagement so that you're not losing that, that alignment, that form, that core strength as you're moving faster. So, so important for that, even as you take this into other activities, running, biking, other sort of sports or more high energy, high cardio. So thank you guys again. Day 19 is done. We are almost through this. I can't believe it. If you want to check out something a little bit slower, I'm going to link to a Pilates Yoga Fusion here. If you would like something to stretch this out a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and link to our stretching workout here. So thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know what you thought below, and I will see you for day 20.